In the grand buffet of life, it turns out that what you eat may work differently depending on your chromosomes. Yes, your kale salad might not love your husband back in quite the same way it loves you, or vice versa. The growing body of nutritional research has begun to pull apart a long overlooked thread in healthy aging science. Men and women often respond differently to the same dietary patterns, especially when it comes to plant-forward eating. While the benefits of whole grains, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and fruits are undisputed across the board, how those benefits show up in the body, in terms of disease prevention, longevity, and physical resilience, can vary by sex in ways that are both surprising and evolutionarily poetic. Let's start with the basics. Both men and women benefit substantially from plant-forward diets like the Mediterranean, DASH, and MIND diets. These eating patterns are consistently associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, frailty, cognitive decline, and even cancer. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that men and women may prioritize and process these benefits differently as they age. Take cardiovascular health, the star metric of most diet studies. Multiple cohort studies, including the EPIC and PRIDIME trials, have shown that plant-rich diets dramatically reduce the risk of heart disease. But when researchers broke the data down by sex, some interesting nuances emerged. Men often see greater reductions in fatal coronary events, while women show stronger reductions in stroke risk.
Why?
It likely comes down to hormonal differences. Estrogen has long been protective against arterial plaque buildup in premenopausal women, while postmenopause, that protection vanishes. A diet high in flavonoids and unsaturated fats may fill that hormonal gap, reducing vascular inflammation and maintaining endothelial function in aging women. Meanwhile, men may benefit more in terms of cholesterol and triglyceride modulation, where plant-based fats can outperform their animal-sourced counterparts. Now, let's shift to bone health, where the story turns dramatically gendered. Women are at far higher risk of osteoporosis and age-related bone fractures, particularly after menopause when estrogen levels plummet and calcium absorption takes a hit. Here, plant-forward diets rich in calcium-containing greens, think kale, bok choy, broccoli, vitamin K, magnesium, and potassium can act like a nutritional scaffolding system. And it's a big leafy green, but plant-based diets that skimp on protein or rely heavily on phytate-rich legumes without proper balance may inadvertently undermine bone density in older women unless compensated by adequate nutrients or fortified foods. Men, on the other hand, generally have greater baseline bone mass and a slower rate of bone loss. While they still benefit from the anti-inflammatory and vascular aspects of a plant-forward diet, their bones don't scream for calcium with quite the same urgency. Cognition is another arena where sex-specific effects are increasingly obvious and, oddly, delicious. Take the MIND diet, which prioritizes green leafy vegetables, berries, nuts, fish, and olive oil. It consistently shows stronger associations with slower cognitive decline and reduced Alzheimer's risk in women than in men. Some researchers believe this may reflect women's greater baseline risk for dementia, as well as a stronger sensitivity to oxidative stress and mitochondrial dysfunction, both of which flavonoid-rich foods help combat. There's also evidence that women may metabolize polyphenol more efficiently, reaping greater neuroprotective benefits from the same cup of blueberries or mug of green tea. In short, the female brain may be particularly responsive to a plant-forward upgrade, especially when combined with physical activity and sleep. Then there's the metabolism question. Aging men and women undergo different hormonal and body composition shifts. Men experience declining testosterone and muscle mass. Women lose estrogen and gain visceral fat. Plant-based diets, rich in fiber and phytoestrogens, like those found in soy, appear to help blunt these changes differently by sex. In women, soy isoflavones have been shown to moderately reduce menopausal symptoms, improve lipid profiles, and support bone density, though this effect varies widely by individual and gut microbiome composition, because, of course, it's never simple. In men, plant-based eating seems to help reduce visceral fat and preserve lean mass when protein intake is sufficient, though the jury is still out on whether soy affects testosterone levels in any clinically relevant way. Current evidence says, probably not. Let's not forget mental health, often a silent driver of aging quality. Plant-forward diets are linked to lower depression and anxiety scores in older adults across both sexes, but again, the effect seems to be stronger in women. Whether this is due to nutrient interactions with neurotransmitter pathways, hormone modulation, or just better dietary adherence is still being teased out. Women are more likely to seek and follow nutrition advice, and they're also more likely to report symptoms of mood disorders, two factors that might magnify the observed benefits in studies. Men, meanwhile, may benefit from diet-induced reductions in systemic inflammation, which has been tied to both depression and cognitive fog in aging males. And speaking of adherence, this might be one of the most underappreciated gender gaps of all. Women, on average, show greater long-term compliance with dietary guidelines, possibly because they tend to have more routine food preparation roles, higher health literacy, and stronger social support networks around health behaviors. This means that in real-world aging populations, the theoretical benefits of plant-forward diets may simply show up more clearly in women because they actually follow the diet more closely. Sorry, fellas. So, what does this all mean? Should men and women eat entirely different versions of a plant-forward diet? Not necessarily. But personalization matters. Older women may want to pay extra attention to calcium, vitamin D, and plant-based protein quality to preserve bone and muscle mass. Men may want to focus on cardiovascular metrics and maintaining testosterone through diet and strength training. Both should keep an eye on nutrient density, flavor, and sustainability because nobody thrives on a diet they dread. In the end, plant-forward diets benefit everyone, but the ways they show up in your aging journey may reflect your biology as much as your pantry. Understanding these sex-specific nuances isn't about splitting spinach leaves by gender. It's about recognizing that healthy aging is personal, complex, and deliciously adaptable. So whether you're sautéing tofu or snacking on walnuts, know that your body, whatever shape, hormone level, or chromosome combo it carries, can age better when plants are leading the culinary parade.